left of the tent, you all good?
Yay!
Yay! That's how we do it. Hey, listen, welcome down. It's the Blenheim Palace Festival, Food Festival. It's day 2. And there's so much going on, as you can see, around and about, and I implore you to go and investigate and sample as much as you can. But right here, in the demonstration tent, we've got a full-packed programme of events, okay? We've got the guys from the King and Plough, one of the local restaurants, Restaurant 56 as well. The 2 chefs involved in that are going to be here later on. And about an hour from now, we've got a talk all about foraging, which is really, really interesting, all about the stuff that you can find within the kind of the grounds of Blenheim Palace and even like near where you live. Marlo Renton is going to be here doing that in about an hour's time. Before that, we're going to get the first cooking demonstration underway. You can already see her here as well.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Patti slowly.
Thank you.
Before we get started, we're going to need 2 volunteers, and I also need to welcome, this is Edmund from Harvey's Brewery. So give Edmund a round of applause. Edmund's going to come and have a seat over here on the tasting table. Now, who else wants to join Edmund on the tasting table?
All the way from the US of A. He's got it.
Great. What's your name?
Terry.
Terry. Welcome, my friend. Grab a seat. Anyone else? Anyone else? There can only be one other.
Joshua, go on, Joshua.
There can only be one other. Do you want to get involved? What's your name? Stacey. Come on then, Stacey. Why not have a seat? You may
Daisy.
Lacey, you may not be able to try the beer, but that's all good. We need a cross section of ages and people to tell us about the food we're going to eat, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Patti, so welcome. Maybe you can tell everyone.
Hi everyone.
What you're here for.
Hello, Blenheim Palace. What a beautiful location. I almost didn't come. I wanted to stand and just watch the lake. Beautiful. I'm so thrilled to be here and to be demonstrating African fusion food. Now I'm going to be cooking black-eyed beans with plantain. The plantain is going to be grilled in the oven. Now I'm going to give you some plantain chips. Would somebody like to pass this round, you know? Thank you. I want everybody to have a taste of plantain.
Because you get a taste already.
Absolutely.
You've just arrived.
That is plantain when it's green. When it's green, it's hard. Somebody said to me once, I thought it was a wooden banana. That is no wooden banana.
Okay.
That is plantain. And it's plantain and banana from the same family. Banana's the fruit, plantain's the vegetable. So you can't peel this as you would banana. You can't. You've got to slice. Okay?
So these are different types of plantain, or just the same plantain?
It's the same plantain,
stages, like
different stages of ripeness. So it goes from green, packed with starch, to yellow, and it goes from yellow to yellow black. And the more ripe it becomes, the sweeter it gets. So I make puddings and fritters and cakes with this.
Now
What's happening to my mind? Can you hear me? Yeah? Good.
Yeah, you've written a book all about plantain, haven't you?
There it is. 51 recipes, 51 ways. And, you know, poach it, bake it, grill it, fry it, steam it. Do what you want. It's amazing. It is the most versatile ingredient, I tell you. You know, forget about all the others. You know, when they talk about sweet potato, if you're gluten-free, the doctors will tell you now it's plantain, then sweet potato, and all the others. So that is what you really want in your diet. Fab. So I'm going to kick on and start right away. There's the plantain. I've cut it, you know, horizontally. That's going to go in the oven. I'm just going to crisscross it.
We've got the plantain chips still going around. Oh,
yeah, that's going.
What are we thinking of the chips?
Don't know, they're not here yet.
They're coming. Not to worry. So here we are. I've given it the harlequin treatment. That's going to go, whoops, in the oven. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to that. I've got a few spices I've mixed up. I've got onion salt. Onion salt, fantastic. It's a great one in the shops now. Cayenne pepper. We've got that, and I've got some grated fresh ginger. So we're just going to go straight into that.
Has anyone here tried African cooking before of any
Tried
sort?
African food at all? Anyone?
Yeah.
What have you had? Bobote, South African. Yeah. The great thing about Africa is right across the continent, it is real fusion. North Africans have got the Arab influence. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to get the wrong way. East Africans have got the Indian influence. South Africa have got the Indonesian, Cape Malay influence. And then West Africa, where I'm from, has got the Portuguese influence. And there's French-speaking Africa. So you can imagine the sort of fusion. Okay, so I've got my salt, onion granules, and chili pepper. I'm going to need some ginger in a minute. I'm going to brush that.
So what is African cookery? Because obviously it's a huge continent, isn't it? So
I love the question. People say to me, what do Africans eat? And where can I find the ingredients? Everything. Exactly what you eat. It's in the techniques and the spicing. That's all that's different. So you're going to have to get with it. It's the only continent that really hasn't been explored. Okay, so I'm determined to get you eating it. Absolutely determined. Right, okay, we'll put that there. Move this board over here.
So is this a heavily spiced dish, or is it
not at all?
Just
not at all. You know, you can have the plantain plain if you want. Okay, you can have it plain. I've got tasters for you afterwards, so don't you go anywhere. Right, we'll get this in the oven to sort of grill away, and then I'm going to start the bean dish. Right, I think it'll need you, Nigel.
I see we're going.
Right, we'll get this going.
We're going induction this time. Oh, it's induction. It's gas.
Right, okay. Medium. Wonderful.
Right.
So I'll wait for that to get hot. I like my pan to get hot. Then I add the oil. I do courses in Luton. I work with John Christophe Novelli in his cookery school, and I do the African fusion. We run courses. You've got to come. Go on the internet, check it out, and come up and eat.
So what's the name of the cookery school? It's just the John Christophe Novelli.
Yes, the Novelli Academy.
Novelli Academy.
Novelli
so
Academy.
Google that.
So you Google that, you'll see us on there.
Okay, and how long have you been there for?
7 years.
Wow, okay.
7 years. And I got to tell you how I got the job, because I'm not a trained chef. I just love people and food. Bam, get you together and enjoy. And I started writing a cookery book. People started saying, oh, your food's so nice. You know, I thought, oh, yeah, right, okay. And you've got to write a book. So my husband got me a laptop, and I started. And I went to a nail bar in Harpenden, sitting, chatting to this lady, and she said, what do you do? I said, I'm writing a cookbook. She said, oh my God, you've got to talk to John. And he was his fiancé.
Wow.
Yeah, so she took my details, got in touch, and he wanted to taste my food. So I took
struck a lot.
Oh my God. And he lives 3 minutes drive from me.
Okay.
The cookery school is in his home. So I take the food and he tastes, he goes, this is very good. Oh, this is amazing. And he's like, how long have you been cooking? You know, how long have you been a chef? I said, I'm not a chef. He said, you can cook. My confidence just went straight through the roof.
Yeah.
And I've had such a good time with it. Right, in go my onions.
Do you get your nails done for free there now?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
You think
What
that'll
a
be a perk?
shame. No, they keep my business cards there though,
Okay,
so
right,
that's
that's good.
nice. That's nice. So I've got red and white onion in here, and I just love the colour. It doesn't have to be, you know, one or the other. But let's leave that to fry. Now there's one technique with African cooking. We love to brown our onions, a bit like the Mexicans and the Thais, you know, and the Indians. You've got to get a bit of caramelization, and that brings sweetness to the dish. So translucent doesn't work in African cooking. It's got to be brown.
So that means you've got to cook it at like a high heat rather than cooking it at a long
Sort
slow
of a medium high heat, yeah, medium, not slow and low or anything like that,
Okay.
not at all. Yeah,
So this is a bean dish we're doing, right?
Excuse me. This is the bean dish.
Okay.
Black
This-
eye beans.
This goes with the plantain as a sort of on the same
Plantain
plate?
and beans are like fish and chips.
Right, oh,
It's
really?
the English, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Exactly, that's what it is for us. So I'm going to run you through the ingredients while that's frying. I've got my onions on there, and then I've got the king of chili. This is the baby. This is what you want. It's the only chili that's got both flavor and heat.
Anyone know what it is?
That's it. Wow.
For you.
I knew I had to come to Blenheim Palace. Do you know, every other chili is just hot. This has got a fruity flavour. I'm going to go for one of the yellow ones. What you do is you teach the chili who's boss.
Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet, habanero. That's it. So I've sort of pricked it a little bit, and I'm going to drop it in there.
Whole.
Whole. You can, if you slice it, see, the heat is in the seeds and the membrane.
Yeah.
So if you don't want it too hot, this is what you do. Give it a prick and just throw it in.
And do you take it out at the end? Or do you
Take it out if you want. As you cook along, you sort of press it against the side of the pan to release its juices, but it needs to cook a little longer first.
Okay.
Okay? So, oh, it's browning fairly quickly. That's good. So the next thing that's going to go in is my garlic. Now the garlic I've already bashed. Nobody has got time to chop garlic. Don't waste your time because the skin will come off very easily and as it cooks it will soften. So I want about 2 of them. 2 in there. And then tomato puree. That's another thing we use a lot of in our sauces. I'm making a tomato sauce which is like an all-purpose sauce for African cooking or Ghanaian West African cooking. I'm going to spoon a bit of that. About a teaspoon straight in there. Oh, I can smell the onions.
Is this just a classic midweek meal, or is this like a special occasion dish?
Do you know, I used to do suppers in Harpenden in a wine cellar for 8 people at a time, and the guests called it posh baked beans.
Okay.
It is so delicious, I tell you. My husband can cook this, and saying that this is such an easy dish to do, so easy. And my husband has it with eggs, breakfast eggs.
Okay.
You know, so you can have it midweek, you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner. I demonstrated in a school in London, and the kids said, Patti, you could eat your food for breakfast, lunch and dinner. You know, the kids loved it. If they love it, I'm winning. Now, I'm going to add, smell this.
Shrimp?
It's like I've been in a pet shop.
I didn't want to say that because I thought you'd be like.
It's prawn powder. It's prawns
okay.
that are air dried, smoked and air dried and ground into a powder. This is to Africa or West Africans what fish sauce is to the Chinese and anchovies to Europeans. So a little bit of that's going to go in there. Beautiful.
Is that just
I'm going to turn this down a bit.
Is there saltiness in there like there is in fish sauce as well, or is it?
It's very different. I can't quite. You can't replace this with fish sauce. It's got to be this.
Right.
It's got to be the prawn powder.
So where
and you'll find
do
it
I buy
in
that from?
Thai shops, Thai and Chinese supermarkets, African markets as well.
Okay. And plantain as well, because no supermarkets do plantain, do they?
Some Tesco's do. If there's a high Asian population, they will. I think the other supermarkets ought to do it as well.
Okay.
Really, some Sainsbury's do it, Morrison's. Right, so I've got ginger in there. I'm going to turn this down a bit, to about 3. Can anybody smell it? Smell it. Now, in go my tomatoes. Yeah, calm that stuff down. An all-purpose sauce you get. Has anybody ever heard of jollof rice? Yeah.
No.
So for jollof rice, you would make a sauce like this without the prawn powder. This tomato sauce, grill your meat, add that to the sauce, add some rice, a bit of water, that's it.
So let's just recap what's in there at the moment. So right at the start we put oil, just what
Oil.
Is this olive oil or?
No, rapeseed.
oil?
You
Okay.
mustn't cook with olive oil.
No?
Olive oil is a finishing oil. It really is. And when it's heated, it gets toxic. We were told once upon a time to use olive oil. You've got to use rapeseed.
Okay.
Much better.
How many people are really worried by the fact that they use
Much
olive
better
oil all
for
the
you.
time?
Yeah,
It's
just
a
use
toxic
it.
food.
When you steam your vegetables, just drizzle olive oil on it at the end and serve it that way.
Okay.
Or in
I thought
salads.
that was extra version you put on at the end.
Well, extra virgin, olive oil, whatever.
Okay,
whether
right.
it's
But
extra or
use
not.
rapeseed. Okay,
Yeah.
rapeseed oil, and then you put in your 2 types of onion. Is that right? You put red and white onion, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to. You can use one or the other, but I just like the colour.
Yeah.
I love colour in food.
And you want to
So,
make it brown. And
let
then you
it
dropped
brown.
in the Scotch bonnet.
That's
that you
it.
Stabbed.
Uh huh.
A couple of garlic cloves.
See, it's softening already. It's getting soft.
Yeah.
Good.
We put in. What else did we put in?
Tomato puree.
Some ginger, tomato puree.
Uh huh. And the prawn powder. The pièce de résistance. This
Love it.
gives it that, sort of this flavour. You can't quite put a finger on it, but you love it.
Okay.
So now in go. Before that, I'm going to add a spice, an African spice.
Oh, here we go. This is a guessing game.
It's called grains of paradise. Grains of selim. SELIM.
Anyone
Now-
heard of that? Grains of selim.
It doesn't smell of
New to
much,
me.
but when it hits liquid, it inflates and releases its aroma. So I'm going to put about 2 in there.
So it kind of looks like a small vanilla pod.
It does. It does. And you know what? When I'm cooking, my postman, he puts the letters in the door. He walks away. He comes back. He knocks and says, "What are you cooking?" The aroma down the road.
And you're inviting in.
Yeah. Well, I haven't invited him in yet. No.
You can't take a hint, can you?
I will act. You know what? I've got his name in my cookbook. I wrote
Yeah.
about it. Yep, I did.
Does he know that?
He knows, yeah.
Okay, fine.
I've given him a copy as well.
But you still haven't given him any food?
No food yet.
Oh,
It's very well. He's not my person anymore. He's gone.
Okay.
You know,
But
he's
you
left.
mentioned him in
So
the demonstration, and he's in your book, but he's never tried your food.
he's never tried. He knows about the aroma. In go the beans. Now, normally, what I've got for you has got salt fish, not swordfish, because I do this at the academy, and this girl said, Patti, I went to the supermarket to get some saltfish, and they said it was an endangered species. I said, what did you ask for? She said, swordfish. I said, salt, S-A-L-T, saltfish. It's very different from swordfish. So what I've got for you to taste has got saltfish, but I'm going to put bacon in here. Have we got any vegetarians here? No? Good. Okay. In go the bacon. I'm going to leave... Oh, I meant to leave some for a garnish. Come on, let's do that. Okay. How easy is that?
It's looking good. It's looking great.
You know, it's...
Really simple. Lots of flavours in there already.
Lots of flavour. Who wants to come up here and just smell? Just come and put your face in the pot. Not at all. Tin beans. Isn't that nice? Oh. Oh.
Smells wonderful.